On today's show, Juan Duron goes head-to-head against two varsity soccer captains. And Bronwyn Leiber gets an inside look on a freshman varsity softball player who has a lot of pressure on her plate. These stories and more on this edition of Season Pass. Good afternoon, Blue Hawks, and welcome back to another edition of Season Pass. Before we get into today's show, here are the announcements. Want to check in on the Rock Hill High School athletic teams? Then mark your calendars for next Wednesday. The spring edition of Meet the Blue Hawks is taking place on January 27th at 7 p.m. in the arena. It'll feature athletes from baseball, wrestling, track, powerlifting, softball, basketball, golf, and soccer. There will also be special performances by cheer, drill team, color guard, and band. Come see who your student athletes are. Calling all NHS inductees, if you were recently accepted into Rock Hill's first year of NHS, you should have received an email notifying you and allowing you to choose from attending this ceremony in person or online. The induction ceremony will be held on Thursday, January 28th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. That's all for the news today. Now I'm going to send it over to Juan Duron for today's Season Pass.
Thank you, Anica, and welcome back to another episode of Season Pass. Now we have a lot in store for the show today, but first, here's Connor with some recaps. Connor?
The boys soccer team played their final non-district game on Tuesday against Hebron. Sadly, though, they fell short of victory. The team so far has been playing 6A schools and still managed to pull off a 3-3 record. They now start their district play tonight away against Sherman. The boys basketball team played Tuesday in their second of two matchups against McKinney North this season. Rock Hill won their first matchup nearly a month ago, but could not complete the sweep, falling 60-48 on Tuesday night. Jathan Jackson put up 13 points and Riley Shore followed with 10. Boys basketball plays tonight away at Wiley East. The swim and dive team kicked off districts Wednesday with the diving portion of the competition. All 7 of our divers are moving on to regionals. Luke Sitz and Emily Rothacker became the Rock Hill swim and dive team's first ever district champions.
With boys soccer ending their preseason and playing their first ever district game today, I decided to test my luck and see how it would match up against the two varsity captains. I'm Juan Duron for Season Pass. I am here with Steve Sabito and Zach Shire, both captains of the soccer team. And we'll be doing one. I will be going against Steve, and we'll have Zach being a goalkeeper, and we also have Kyla officiating. So let's get it started. Now the only one is not over, and I did unfortunately lose to the rest. But other than that, I want to tell you guys about your guys' upcoming season. So what are you guys' goals for the season?
Our goals for this season are to win districts, make a far playoff run, and to build a culture for next generations.
And how did COVID-19 change you guys' season this year?
We all had to develop the next man up mentality, players being sent home, in and out. So everyone had to build and be prepared to be up on the field.
And what challenges did you guys come across getting to where you guys are at today?
Well, we scheduled a really tough preseason against a bunch of big 6A schools, and although the games were really tough, we came out with some hard-fought wins and losses, and we really feel like we prepared ourselves as a team mentally and physically for the long season ahead of us.
And lastly, how does being an athlete make you guys a better person?
Being an athlete teaches you a lot of core values that are important to have as a person later in life. Most importantly, dedication. So waking up every morning and coming to practice and putting in the extra work that other people at school don't put in, and then being a part of a team. So being able to work with people and work for your teammates.
Now, thank you guys so much for coming out. It was a good matchup, and I wish you guys luck in the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
I think we can agree freshman year isn't the greatest, but for some, they get more pressure to add to their plate than others, like Camilla Springs. Bronwyn Leiber has the report.
Camilla Spriggs is one of 3 freshmen on the varsity softball team, and that adds a lot of pressure to her plate.
I was really grateful, but it also kind of put some pressure on me because I feel like some of the other kids look up to me in a way. So it kind of puts that pressure on me having to live up to their expectations. Like my relationship with most of the upperclassmen is kind of like as if they were a big sister to me. So I feel like that relationship there is really good. I mean, sometimes like we'll joke around about me being a freshman and stuff, but I know that at the end of the day I can like count on them just to be there for me and stuff.
Team chemistry can be built by everyone talking to each other, getting to know each other, and getting along on and outside of the field. And Camilla has helped the team by creating a good bond and by doing just that.
I get along with all the freshmen really well, especially Camilla. Like I always like give her a hard time and mess around with her, but at the end of the day, like I love her and like she knows that. So like we have a love-hate relationship, but like we still like respect each other on and off the field.
Even as a freshman, Camilla has shown Coach Leia and Bud and her team the commitment she has for the sport. She has helped make a good foundation for the team's future.
Her commitment to the process and commitment to the program is what draws you to Camilla. And it's not necessarily vocally, but it's by example with the kids her age and the kids around her. She's always going to go 100%, either diving for a play, putting that extra 10 pounds in the weight room, making good grades. She's just a great influence overall.
Camilla not only has pressure on her to succeed as a freshman on the field, so she plans to leave it all out on the field. For HTN Season Pass, I'm Bronwyn Leiber.
Well, that's going to do it for today's Season Pass. I'm Connor Fuxa.
I'm Juan Duron. Mask up and rock on.